language was first designed was because within a shop with 5 or 6 men hammering, it was all but impossible to hear and understand an audible human voice. So they learned that if they put their words into a tapped out coded rhythmatic message upon the anvil, then nobody had to bother to listen for that human voice. And since they was already listening to that hammer fall upon the anvil anyway, why not let that be the part that gave them their directions? But then along wherever that work was intended to be done upon that piece of metal, that was where that language was tapped out upon the anvil. Because the anvil became the hammer gauge to every single thing that to ever be laid upon it. Because this represented the back of the metal, quarter way, half, 3/4, and finally the end. So that meant if the heated surface of metal that you was working with was only this long, it automatically became this long. If it was this long, it still automatically became this long. But 1908, 1910, that was when our whole wide world woke up that day and realized that the anvil was no longer just a tool. And that day was thus adopted into the percussion musical instrument category. And then you had the anvil choruses, which were made up of up to 50 anvils, all keyed differently. Most of your major orchestras, your bands, your symphonies all had an anvil. Play one, sounds a lot like wind chimes, bells, hammer dulcimer, xylophone. Matter of fact, me and my 3 cousins that work for me, we still use that 50-part language. So if we're working together, it sounds a lot like what you're about to listen to. So none of my neighbors have any need of wind chimes. My left hand represents the master's hammer. My right hand represents his striker's hammer. Kevin, you're wrong. I can honestly say, without a doubt, this was the very first and original heavy metal music ever played.